The House of Cards was rocking Wednesday night as the regional volleyball semifinals pitted the division rival Lady Cardinals of Davison against the Flushing Raiders. When I say it was rocking, I mean the decibel level was off the charts, both schools representing huge student sections. The Lady Volleyballers gave their schools something to cheer about. Flushing jumped up to a quick 2-0 lead after beating the Lady Cards 25-20 and 25-19 in the first two games. But when the Lady Cardinals' backs are against the wall, they spread their wings and come out swinging. And they did just that, taking games 3 and 4 with scores of 25-19 and 25-22. It all came down to the elusive Game 5, the do-or-die, winner-take-all final game. A tie late in the game turned to a 5-point match-winning rally for the Raiders, as Sarah Wendling and Flushing took the reins and rode to victory. Being that this would be the last time these two foes would be in the same division, there was no better way for this rivalry to end with an incredibly exciting 5-game regional match. It was an incredible season for the Lady Cards, earning their 4th straight district title. Way to go, ladies! Right where they left off, Davison Wrestling, in their first year in the Saginaw Valley, has claimed the title of champions, but don't call it beginner's luck, as the Cardinal Grapplers had already captured 14 consecutive Big 9 titles prior to this year's conference switch. I'm Shawn Bednard for DTV Sports. Let's jump right in. David versus Goliath, Rudy, Appalachian State versus Michigan. Underdogs who proved everyone wrong. Last night, Davison was nearly added to this list as they took on the number 2 ranked Lumberjacks of Saginaw Arthur Hill. I'm Shawn Bednard and this is DTV Sports. Let's jump right into it and start from the hardwood.
Now we've got time for one more question. What's your score prediction for tonight?
I'm not going to give a prediction, but you guys both knew I think, and I want to win.
Moving to the hardwood, where new head coach Bobby Hatton will be on the sideline for the Cardinal boys basketball team. Hatton served under former boys head coach Shane Alderson for the last 6 seasons. Cardinal basketball tips their season off at home December 10th against Lapeer West. We'll be sure to see if Coach Hatton can get his first win. On the topic of boys basketball season starting, the winter sports season is just heating up. On November 23rd, Cardinal hockey starts their season at home against Portage Central. Girls basketball tips off December 3rd at Midland Dow. Moving from takedowns to layups, it's often said that 2 heads are better than 1, and in Davison's case tonight, this could prove true. Tonight is the first and only basketball doubleheader of the season for your guys and girls teams as they take on Swartz Creek. The action begins at 6 as the Lady Cards tip off to the night. Go out and show your Cardinal pride. DTV will be airing both games live on Channel 99, of course starting at 6. While the Cardinals may not be having a great season, the House of Cards was rocking last night as Davison gave Saginaw Arthur Hill all that they could handle. Jordan Carzell swats away to Saginaw Arthur Hill shot with a tough block on the Lumberjacks' first possession. Later on in the first, Davison holds a 14-8 lead when highly recruited Lumberjack Jalen Adams extends from downtown for the deep 3. Arthur Hill escapes the first with a 20-16 lead, but things really start to heat up in the second quarter when Jalen Adams receives an alley-oop and sends the package home with a forceful slam. Things really start heating up late in the first half when Eric Davis knocks over Cardinal Jake Slazak, picks up the loose ball, and looks like he'll get a sure dunk had he not been collided with by Cardinal defender Jordan Carzales, seeking retribution for the no call. Saginaw Arthur Hill takes a 32-27 lead into the half. However, that is as close as Davison would come to tasting victory, as the Lumberjacks outscored the upset-minded Cardinals 32-21 in the second half. The Lumberjacks continue their undefeated season, beating Davison 64-40. This is a loss, however, the Cardinals cannot be too upset about. They really showed that they're better than their 1-7 record shows, as it gave the second-best team in the state a real run for their money. Earlier today, in commemoration of the girls' bowling 2nd straight state championship run, the ladies raised their 2013 Division I state championship banner. Congrats, girls. Way to make the school and community proud. Now let's go for a three-peat. In the town of Davison, there's a history of aspiring athletes. Sports live in the hallways of Davison High School, the streets of the city, and especially at Cardinal Stadium. Slowly but surely, Chris, the guys wish they'd at least one more win at this point, but being on a 2-game win streak, they've got to be feeling pretty happy about that. On Wednesday night, the varsity hockey team took to the ice against Kersley and Davison's home opener. The Hornets took the lead mid-first period after Scott Brower snuck a shot past Davison goalie Richard Gonzalez, and that would be the last goal surrendered, as Davison would score a whopping 9 unanswered goals. The barrage began early into the second period, when Josh Hill tied the game at 1-1. With 11:58 left in the second, Hunter Webb scored in what would prove to be the game winner, but Davison wouldn't stop there. Later in the second, Drew Vandeputty scored on a shorthanded 2-on-1 rush to put the Cardinals ahead 4-1 going into the second intermission. The third period was again controlled by Davison. They would score 5 more, including a third period hat trick by Josh Hill. He would finish with 4 goals on the night. The Cardinals win big in their home opener, 9-1. They'll be on the ice again against the Metro Griffins Wednesday at Heartland Ice Arena. The winter sports season is upon us. Let's take a look at the upcoming first games of the season. On November 27th, girls basketball takes on Midland Dow at Davison. On December 1st, boys and girls bowling take on Flushing at Colonial Lanes. On December 4th, boys swimming travels to Kersley to take on the Hornets, and the boys basketball team travels to Lapeer West. And finally, on December 5th, wrestling travels down to Detroit Catholic Central.
Let's talk about this. You guys are now 4-3 in the conference, moving up to second place. What do you got going forward? I mean, you got Carmen in front of you still, but what are you thinking forward?
Hey, we're just thinking we're just going to go forward, you know? We're just going to take it by day and just see how it goes. We're just going to give it our all.
Davison Lacrosse is in action tonight as they defend home turf in battle versus Saginaw Heritage. All of that action takes place at 6 p.m. at Rodney Collins Field. Be sure to head out and support your boys, and hopefully the weather will comply. Yesterday, 5 senior athletes signed their letters of commitment. Andrea Richards signed to Siena Heights for golf, Michaela Ryan for volleyball at Aquinas, Casey Schaefer signed with Lake Superior State University for cross country and track, Joe Twing also signed for track and field at Saginaw Valley State, and Brooke Wood signed with Arkansas State for bowling. Congratulations and good luck at the next level. Cardinal Track and Field has put Davison back on the national map as the 3,200-meter relay team breaks the top 10 mold. I'm Shawn Bednard for ETV Sports. Let's head to the track. The 4x800-meter relay team achieved the ranking of 9th in the country as they recorded a time of 7:50.46. DTV recently went up to the first Saginaw Valley League conference meet for Davison Track. We'll all anxiously await to see what this team can accomplish at the state meet next week at East Kentwood. Now we'll kick it over to Lady Cardinal Soccer, who blanked their faithful foe, Powers Catholic, 3-0 last night. Scores included Victoria Hopkins, Alyssa Burke, and Elena Hilgendorf. Ashley Haynes earned the shutout with 5 saves. Great outing, ladies. Way to show them your Cardinal pride. A longtime rival comes to town for playoff volleyball in Cardinal Country. On the gridiron, 2 former Cardinals line up head-to-head, and finally, we've got all your info for the winter sports season. There will be a lacrosse meeting after school Thursday in Mr. Webster's room, number 212. And finally, any gentleman interested in trying out for boys JV or varsity golf need to see Mr. Novak in room 312 by the end of this week. Well, that's all the sports I have for you today, Davison. Let's fill the gym against Swartz Creek tonight. Now let's head back to Chalon and Olivia on the news desk.